Hey there everyone! So, big news! Starlost Seas is moving to its own channel. We really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the show, and so we wanted to move it to its own platform to have a home on. So what's this mean? Well, at the end of November, this series will be going unlisted on this channel, but you can click the card up in the top right corner to be taken to the new channel just for Starlost. So head over there, give the older episodes some love and hype to kick this channel off right. Thank you guys so much for the support you've been showing to the series, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
Welcome back to Starlost Seas! We all sound very, very excited because we were all getting the excitement out before we were depressed. Because now we're going to be sad.
That's my secret cap. I'm always depressed.
When last we left our intrepid party, they set off into the city of Tiok to try and find Walk. On their way, they pilfered from the entire main street, as one does when a city is empty. They then attempted to pilfer from the Church of Bahamut, where they were immediately met with the 300 refugees who are still surviving after the wiping of the entire city. They quickly closed those doors and left. And then they went off to the seedy underground bar where Wok was supposedly at, and found themselves in a strange meta plane where their imaginations came true. Anything in your wildest dreams, but like your actual dreams that you dream, which means it's horrific. Anybody who's read The Voyage of the Dawn Treader understands what that was about. Anyways, they found Wok and his brother, Doc, and they talked about their third brother, Rock. And then they promptly found out that they couldn't leave because there was a horrific astral beast that had leached its way into this metaplane that Wok had been hiding from. So the party promptly, after opening many doors to many places and talking to many people who were arguably real, discovered the astral shade and engaged in combat. After everyone was a little bit injured, the Shade shunted them all into a separate little isolated metaplane where Monty. I'm high on the Monty train right now. It's okay. That's the new character. It's not. Where Socrates unfortunately fell unconscious, and before the Shade could be defeated and he could be rescued, Socrates suddenly appeared with the rest of the party, awake and fine. They beat the Shade. They all reconvened, enjoyed a couple of more laughs, opened a few more doors to other parts of the universe, and finally left the bar. But when they tried to leave, Socks couldn't. And as soon as Wok realized the truth, Socks vanished. Because Socks had died. But no one wanted Socks to die. And so, we are going to pick off in that exact moment as Socrates vanishes before your eyes.
We should also just mention as a side note, if anyone is sounds a little more exhausted or a little quieter, is because we're recording late at night rather than
We aren't emotionally compromised. Not at all.
I have so much energy right now.
Yeah, this is the most energy you'll ever see out of Pulse.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you are standing in the still freezing cold streets of Tiok as frost is starting to cover every surface, and Dolus and Lotus, you were behind Socks, so you're still standing in the hallway of the bar. And it watched him peter away into nothing.
I assume I didn't notice anything, or they probably haven't said anything, have they?
Well, you all watched. You both turned. You and Twink were out already, but you turned around when Socrates raised concern.
Dolus takes a second and he just like kind of looks down to where he was standing and he's like, "Where did he go?"
I don't understand.
And Doc goes, "Oh, well, I think it's probably Wok's fault. He really thought you would all come back, and in there, anything you think is real. So the moment your friend wasn't going to come back, the bar made a version of him that could come with you. Let me show you. Doc steps in to the door, and he sits there for a second. He's like, just gotta think of the only real thing that's left. And then plop down immediately in front of Dolus and Lotus in the empty space of the hallways. Socrates. Cold and quiet and kind of tired looking, but not super different than you remembered him seconds ago. But not moving.
Dolus is gonna bend down, like get onto his knees and like check for a pulse.
None.
He just Dolus kind of staggers up. He's like barely standing. He's like shaking. He's like, he's dead.
I'm sorry. I don't know the bar put him there and we could have done something, or if he was a goner, but it's definitely too late now.
Mara's gonna like walk up, super drained of skin color, and just start casting cure wounds constantly until someone tells him to stop.
Lotus just crumbles to the floor.
The 1 or 2 stab wounds from the shade sort of seal up on Sox's body, but this doesn't bring him back.
Twink walks up and puts his hand on Mara's shoulder. Not gonna work, friend.
Dolus just starts walking past them all to outside.
As soon as Dolus crosses the threshold, there is a glitch in the door, and Doc is just like, "Oh, right, I'm sorry, he's gotta move." And Walk just goes, No. Let me. And Walk with big hands just kind of scoops him up, pulls him out of the hallway and out into the cold. Dolus, you've walked out, sort of traded spots with Walk as he walked in.
Dolus is just gonna walk out like right into like the middle of the street, and he's just standing there, just like you could, if you like, he just looks like he's standing there. If you pay a little bit more attention, you see his like trembling, like his whole body kind of.
Right, well. Let's start heading back.
Lotus just kind of slowly stands and wordlessly goes over to Dolus and kind of just clutches the sleeve that she often does.
As she does this, Dolus, it was almost like just the straw that broke the camel's back. Dolus kind of keels over, goes onto his knees, rips his mask off, and vomits onto the ground, just out of pure shock and stress.
Dolus?
And then, as she says this, Dolus lifts his head up and turns over, and for the first time, the party sees Dolus's face under his mask. Dolus, as many might have imagined, does not look like a normal Aarakocra. As he looks over, you see under his mask, where you would imagine his beak to be, there's a mouth. A sort of more normal mouth than you'd imagine. Dolus has a human face underneath his mask, and that is Dolus's face. And he kind of stares back at Lotus and the rest of the party, and he wipes his mouth, and he puts his mask back on, and he stands up, and he just looks at them silently. He just goes, "Right, let's go."
Oh, we're sort of realizing that now is not the time to unpack that. We'll just kind of turn down the road. Doc closes the door of his bar, and as he turns the key in the door, all of the waving, you suddenly see it come back after it had vanished before, and then all of a sudden it seems to almost leave you as if oil draining off through water until it all is in the key. And then he turns it again, pulls it out, and it's gone. And then he follows after the rest of you as you proceed down the road. Where are y'all going?
I'm heading back to the church.
I'm just following Dolus.
You assume Dolus is kind of autopiloting after Twink.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you all proceed. It's quiet.
When we get to the steps, I'm gonna turn back to the group and I'm gonna say, "You guys should probably head on back. I'll wrap things up here and I'll catch up with you."
Right.
Are you going to be okay on your own?
There's 300 people in there. I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
We're not far. This harbor's right down there.
I want to, from my bag, take the wooden spoon that's been magically infused with the spit sending spell.
I was about to do that.
I'm gonna walk over to Twink. I'm gonna take his hand and put it in his hand and just say, if anything happens, just tell us as soon as possible, okay?
I pat her on the head. I got my tippy toes to do
Aw.
it. And it's gonna be fine. Just head back.
Okay.
Yeah. Walk gives Twink a little nod as he sort of is the last one of the group to follow down towards the harbor.
I'm gonna take a big, deep breath and head up the steps to the door.
All right.
All right, it's me. You can open the door.
You hear a lot of hushed voices and a lot of rambling and rushing, and then you hear a really loud and the door swings open. Father Aloy right there, and a couple of other more capable looking people sort of saddle up like, "Oh, it's you. Oh, thank gods. Did you find what you needed? Is everything all right?"
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna kind of cut through the group as I go towards the front of the church where the altar and main area is.
Everyone's a little surprised. It's not exactly what they had expected you to do, but like Moses parting the sea, they all sort of step out of the way, just uncertain of what you're doing as this gnome approaches. And Father Aloy kind of follows behind you and just if the city's safe, we can all go out, and anything that you need.
I'm gonna jump up on the altar.
All right, you
climb up onto it.
You hop up
Get
on the
above
altar.
everyone.
Father Aloy's like,
It'll be
he
quick.
drops to his knees. And he's like, oh, he's praying for forgiveness.
All right, now that I have all your attention. It's been a pretty shit day, I'll be honest. Unfortunately, you guys don't know what's happened. It appears your country is abandoning most of you.
It's immediately met with all of these like hushed whispers and sounds of concern all around the room.
They've decided to be prejudiced to certain groups of people. I'll be honest, I didn't stick around long enough to find out which of you will or will not be the targets of this country's wrath.
Okay.
That being said, you have a home with my people, if you're willing to take it. If not, I understand. Take your chances here. But in Twigtania, we are free of the oppressors. We do not judge based off of look. I mean, look at me.
It's
We're
long.
leaving.
Long.
Anyone who wants to come with will be welcomed. And for those of you that wish to stay, I wish you the best of luck. And look at the father, and I'm gonna hop down and. Father, I don't know whether you're safe here either.
Kind of lifts his head up and he's like, I'm so confused about your words.
Yeah, right. The reason we were here so early and unexpected was not because we were sent here to get you. We came because your leaders decided that we weren't fit to be in your country.
And one of them in the back shouts, Twingtanians weren't fit.
No. Our
And then-
races weren't fit.
Before you could even say it, people in the crowd, you can already hear the word unreliables just bouncing back and forth from people. And one of them just goes, a human that you see is just like, well, I'm not an unreliable. That's no skin off my... That he like immediately fades out as he like looks around. And he's like, we live here. We're from here. That's not... My family's been in Tiok for 10 generations. You sort of see it dawn on his face that might not matter.
Yeah, I'm walking through the crowd again back towards the doorway. And
Everyone's starting to panic a little.
Yeah, I turned back and I said, like I said, you can come with me if you so desire, and if not, that's fine as well. But I will say this: if anyone is missing friends or family from who was taken from what happened here, I will be getting them back. And then I'm gonna start walking out.
You start heading out, and people are confused, shouting, and a couple of them are trying to shout questions to you, but there's just a lot going on. Some of them start sort of gathering kind of threateningly towards near the door in front of you, as if they're not going to let you pass. And then before you can quite reach them, someone steps between you and them, and we are going to go now to the docks, where the rest of you are heading down towards the boats.
What are we going to do with the... She just kind of looks towards Socks.
I don't know.
There's a lot of ways to send off a person. You can bury them, make their bodies into ash, send them out to sea. What do you think Socks would want?
I think that would be a question better suited for someone like Petron.
True.
Walk, who's still carrying him, is like, My people, we don't have a homeland the way so many of you do. We used to, our legends say. But it's gone. Destroyed a long time ago by God. And it's said that when we die, if we are set out upon the ocean, when we sink, we will go home.
That's beautiful.
I was never quite one to believe it myself, but poetry is poetry. Kind of just like walking down to the dock, and at this point you're sort of getting in view of a bunch of the ships, and some people start calling out and blah, 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 and you see all of the ships have moved down more towards like the shipyard part of the docks and are gathering things. There's dozens and dozens of people moving materials, and you see someone turn back sort of towards your group, and walks a big guy, so they immediately see him. And you hear a couple of shouts and that signature bosun whistle that you've all sort of gotten used to, and Lorelei, hundreds of feet from you now, just seeing Walkus, just goes, "Hey! You did it!" She starts coming down her ladder, but she's a long way out. Matthias is down in the group helping move stuff, so he leaves the group and he starts sort of half jogs down the docks towards you, and then he stops as he realizes. And Lorelei comes like sort of stepping down, seemingly really eager for walk, and she like rounds the corner of her own and comes through some of the people who are moving stuff, and then her face just kind of drops as she sees Walk holding socks.
Do you know where Petrin is?
Yeah. The elves are they moved first. They're the ones on the end. And like Matthias, he walks really slowly towards you. He reaches a hand out and he puts it on Dolus's shoulder, and then he reaches another one out and puts it on Lotus's shoulder, and she goes, "Did he die well?"
I don't know.
We didn't see it.
He
We fought hard,
pulls you
though.
both into a big hug. And he goes, "If he was a good man, then he died well." And he pulls you apart, and he turns back to his people, and you hear him shout something that like means nothing to you. It's a language you don't necessarily recognize. And immediately everybody from his ship who is moving stuff stops. And they all take a knee, like as if a ripple stretching across the crowd. And Marcos and Tim behind you also take their knees. Take him to your elves. Go. None of us will get in your way.
Thank you.
And you carry Socks through this crowd, all of them keeping their heads down as you walk past. You start to get up towards Illis's ship. And the elves haven't necessarily stopped. They've sort of noticed that something's happening, but most of them are too busy, so they're fiddling around. And Petrin finally just like steps out on the fore end of his ship towards the dock, and he's, "What's the holdup? You all are really taking a knee? What, are we gonna act like someone just locks up?" Oh shit. And then he just one hands clean over the ship down onto the docks and sprints the like 20 feet to you. And he just like grabs Mara and he's like, okay, come on. We'll get Illis. We've got this. Someone, one of your crew has something. You could do something, right?
I tried.
Okay, fuck the things that Twink, whatever Twink did in the fight. He died twice this morning. Come on, we can fix this. Illis, hearing it now, comes out and she's like, "What's wrong?" She kind of sees him. Her face sinks. And Petrin is like panicking more, and he like grabs her walk. He's like, "Come on, get him! If we could get him on deck, she's great. She's great. She could totally."
Lotus is going to walk over to Petrin and just kind of put both hands on his shoulders.
And you're like, he's so flustered and he can't get anything out. And he's like,
She's gonna put her forehead against his chest, and that's when she starts crying.
Petrin kind of just 1,000-yard stares. He's like, he died twice this morning.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'll walk up and join the hug.
Dolus just walks over and puts his hand on Lotus's back.
You know, he always told me he was going to go out and do something. The Westwood didn't like him. And that he didn't feel welcome. And I always felt bad because I was his friend and I was supposed to make him feel welcome.
You did. He had the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face when he saw you again.
But the only reason he could smile like that was because he found people who made him feel welcome. And he puts an arm around Lotus. He looks up at Dolus and he goes, "Thank you for being my friend's friend."
Dolus, like he was about to say something and he just sighs, looks him in the eyes, like, the pleasure was ours.
Big man, take him on the ship. We have wrappings. There's a way that we do this. And he like turns back, head over to look up at Illis, who hasn't moved since she came over to like the edge of the ship. He goes, "I don't care if the Westwood didn't like that he was different. I don't care if the Empire liked that he wasn't different. I'm gonna take my friend home, if that's okay with you."
Of course.
Then walks past, and Petrin kind of breaks the hug. And he gives a nice scruffle to Lotus's hair and a pat on Mara's shoulders. He turns back and follows Walk, and they take Socks up onto the deck.
As Petrin like breaks from the hug, Dolus kind of shimmies around and pulls Lotus in.
Lotus just hugs him, just wordlessly.
Starts to walk away.
And it's all kind of quiet at the docks. And we're going to go back to the church now, where Twink, you are almost accosted by a group of people who are all clearly wanting to, well, at least aggressively ask you questions. You're uncertain of the nature, but before any of them can really get at you with more than a sneer, this girl steps between the two of you. She kind of has her hands resting at her sides, but it has this air about her that you don't really want to mess with her. And Noah, what are you going to say to these ruffians who are looking down Twink?
And the girl looks at the entire group, a determined stare in her eye, and she goes, "Don't get in his way. He offered us refuge. If you're going to ask him questions, you can wait. Can't you see a lot of our families just got taken away? So let him through."
They all kind of angrily shuffle out of the way of the door, and Twink, this girl turns back to you. And Noah, what does Twink see?
Twink sees a girl with very pretty but dirty blonde hair, freckles bridging her nose, her eyes green but a brilliant splash of gold in the center. Her hair's about shoulder length, and her bangs cover most of her left eye. And she looks back at you and smiles. After you.
So he's just gonna walk on.
Twink walks past you, Noah.
If you don't mind, I know you extended the offer already. I'd like to come with you. She follows, paces behind.
When he gets out of the church, you probably saved their lives.
I don't think so. I was here only for
Oh,
a
he's
little bit.
I was about to kill them. You saved their lives.
Oh,
Been a day.
I can see that.
I'm Twink.
Hickory.
Like the tree.
Like the tree.
Is there anybody else following us?
She looks back.
There's a couple people filing out of the church. Most of them seem to sort of be taking in the surroundings, not necessarily following, but a lot of them are watching.
A few, but not many.
Oh well. Let us trudge on.
Yep. Twink walks on with this new girl following, and a few people eventually tricking after, but not until you're well down near the harbor. Twink, you'd round the corner and see both crews on down kneeling.
What are they doing?
Better not be a fucking short joke.
She snickers just a little bit, but kind of cuts it off quickly realizing it might be a sore topic.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to preface a little that I was wanting to like walk off the boat and just like head off wherever, like
You just wandered off into the city.
not into the city, but like around the shore, just kind of
Okay.
like following.
Yeah, you walk
Path.
down the docks long enough that you hit like a shore. It's not necessarily a beach. Doesn't seem like Shade Step really has beaches, mostly just ground stone.
Kind of look around me, see if anyone followed me or anything, or if anyone sees me,
No, you're alone.
and grab the fish food and like toss it out there. See if anything comes up.
Couple fish start picking at it. Little things.
Kind of holding on to my scimitar, shaking a little bit. I hold the handle, and I'm gonna swipe at the fish.
I'll do this one. Yeah, you get a solid 2 fish in a single slice. Clean through the tops of them, they stop swimming.
Tidal wave.
Get a tidal wave out into the ocean.
Yeah, the fucking dead fish.
Yeah. Mara just casts tidal wave, and a couple people back on the docks sort of like look down as they see this like 10-foot rise of water just usher out into the open ocean to continue onward until it finds rest somewhere. Mara, you sort of watch those fish get rushed out into the ocean and vanish to water again.
I'll just kind of sit there now, kind of Indian style, staring out
You sit
at
down.
the wave.
Your scimitar is crossed over your legs, hadn't put it back yet, so you just sort of stare off at the horizon as the wave gets smaller and smaller, and eventually a few more fish come up and nibble at the little bits of meat that are left, now significantly further out into the water. You see them. Couple dozens. Enjoying the food. Wink back at the docks. Matthias sort of walks up to you and goes, "Are you all right?"
Right, yeah. No, I'm good.
It is one thing to lose many in large battle. I have seen war, but it is another to lose only one. It is like the difference between falling from great height, being stabbed in back. Both hurt, but one is different.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
I don't know what I expected from you, but this is about it.
I don't understand that reference at all. What does that mean?
It means one person dying can hurt more than losing many.
Then say that.
No, I will be poetic.
That wasn't a poem.
You do not have to say poem to be poetic. It is word that means the flowery language.
Hickory realizes what happened now, by the way. And goes, "Oh, you lost someone today. I'm so sorry." And she bows her head and says a prayer. Silently, for the most part.
Matthias kind of is just like, I mean, not quite so many as the Ark lost, to be completely accurate, if you think about it. But yeah, that was what whole not poem was about.
Well, technically, Tiok didn't lose anyone. They're just gone. They didn't die.
Is that not what lost is?
It's-
Do you know where they are?
Mhm.
Then they are lost.
What if I told you I thought they were in Ubua?
I would be very concerned. He got immediately serious. Crosses his arms. Why would Starloss send them to Ubua?
Hickory kind of looks up at the word Starlost, confused.
We can talk about it because I quite want to know for myself, and I don't have the answer to that right now.
Do you think my brother could be there? He when
Turn.
the two of them, we were walking on the street, and
You have two brothers?
just no, I know one of them is Kieran. I don't know the other one. And they showed up, and then everyone went away, and we went away for a little bit, and then we were back. But only I was back.
I'm very confused by what you just told me. So I'll need you to say it again.
But slower. A
We
little
were-
more pep in voice.
He needs it slower.
My brother and I were walking down the street.
Right. What's your
When-
brother's name?
Doc.
What?
Doc.
It's what?
DOC.
Doc?
And
I'm very confused.
when we were walking down the street, two people showed up. One
Uh-huh.
with black cloak.
Right.
I could kind of recognize him, and the other just a kid. And the one in the cloak was making a big speech, and the smaller one made a
How
big
the
flash.
fuck do you know Kieran?
My brother and I are bounty hunters.
Okay, that was the best answer you could have given me.
I'm sorry.
I would have had Matthias kill you if you gave me a shit one. All right. Well,
Oh,
yeah, probably. Your brother is probably there. Yes.
okay.
This is kind of wide-eyed at the concept that he may have been inscripted for murder, but he also keeps his arms crossed and kind of firm, like, yes, good, killed you.
Hickory just kinda-
We're loading ships. We took respite when we found out, but your ship she is filled.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, you should make a stop at Twinktania and talk about this with us. I'd like for you to see where it is, anyways. How's that, Matthias?
Matthias kind of nods and goes, all right.
Although,
How many days out you think?
shit, what was it? 3 days?
Yeah.
Okay. It took us about 3 days to get here, so
Is short traction. Certainly enough to see friend's country.
right about that. No, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. My only concern is it might not be our first destination.
Hmm?
Well, I'm not aware of the Westwood customs, but we might be stopping there first.
Westwood is many days another direction. Could not go that way. But if you must go, I understand. We could break off somewhere around your country and go where the wind takes you.
That's dumb. You should go back to Yuba. Why would you just go wherever the wind takes? Okay,
It is more poetic language.
let's walk.
I cannot speak
let's
to
just
you.
Walk.
You are not good at this.
Hickory's
Matthias
just
kind
been
of,
kind of standing there awkwardly, like
Matthias
what
and
the fuck?
Twink kind of like go off without, like walk ahead without you.
Um. Okay. and
Oh,
she
right.
just
You think we should have
scutters
told her
after.
that you were like the, king of Ubua?
Ah, hello, small girl. Well, you're not small. You are a large girl. Hello. He like turns around, like takes in the fact that Hickory is like 5'10", 5'11". She's like, you eat well. I'm Matthias
Yeah.
Drachbergis, king of Ubua.
I'm Hickory. Girl of Iceholm.
Ah,
Girl's not the
Southern.
title.
Well,
He's descriptor though. Descriptor I could already see, but maybe she meets many blind people.
Or maybe she meets many people who don't know what girls are.
Could be true.
I doubt it, but it's possible.
Did you know what girl was before you met girl?
do you guys always do this?
No.
Yes.
Strange day.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Where are we supposed to go, Mr. Twink?
Ew. Don't say mister. That's no. Just Twink.
Where are we supposed to go, Twink?
That way.
She looks toward wherever Twink pointed.
There's 3 boats there.
Yeep.
Matthias kind of starts walking along.
Oh, okay.
way-
She just, huh?
But by the way, Matthias, how's your wounds?
Well, I was thrown off top of crane.
Right.
Mage attended to me.
Right.
3 broken bones.
That's it.
Punctured kidney.
How did you puncture a kidney?
One of the bones.
Oh, his ribs.
2 were ribs. 1 was shoulder.
You broke your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. It's fixed.
Great movement you have.
Thank you.
Very robust. All right. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Twink, you don't look too great yourself. I can help you if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Appreciate the offer, though. I might have friends that might need it a little more.
Okay. I appreciate the help. I'll go find the boat now.
Hey, Matthias, you see how she thought I helped her?
Did you not help her?
No.
We did. Are you not going to help her find brother?
I mean, if doing it for myself also happens to do that, is that really helping her?
It is. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to inform you, but helping people for selfish reasons, still helping people.
Well, then yeah, I guess I am helping her.
You are a truly, truly selfless person.
The cycle begins anew.
You just said I was selfish.
I'm being sarcastic, as you say.
Ah. Can't really tell with you.
Good. Means I can keep you on toes. Matthias kind of just like walks away from you and starts directing his people
Is
again.
that poetry too? Because I like walk on the balls of my feet.
No response. He's back to being a king.
At some point in time, Lotus is going to offer Dolus water. Because he probably has stinky breath from vomiting.
Yep.
And I'm
Oh,
also
and he
gonna.
keeps just breathing it in under the mask.
Mhm.
I am also going to reload my gun.
Gonna reload the gun as we're sitting here mourning. Modus is reloading
I
a
have
gun.
priorities.
Good priorities. Yeah.
Dolus drinks from her water, and then like kind of puts the ring up to like the where he drank from and just refills it.
Yeah. A As you're sitting on the dock between these two elven vessels, one from the Westwood and one from Shadestep, sort of recuperating, breathing everything in. Lorelai's gone back up on the deck of her ship. You haven't seen her since. And as you're all sort of recuperating, I say all, but it's just the two of you. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. As the two of you sit there recuperating, and Hickory comes walking up to the end of the dock, pointing in the general direction of these two ships.
I would say
Excuse
you-
me? Oh, go ahead.
I'd say you'd probably see me not super far behind you there, like maybe 35, 40 feet.
It's fair.
He calls
Excuse
out.
me?
Dolus kind of like looks up, looks back down.
Lotus looks up and then tilts her head to the side.
Is this the ship for Twink Tanya?
Dolus looks back up, like, sees Twink behind her. Yes.
Okay, I was told to find it.
Why? By who?
Refuge.
By Twink?
Twink.
Okay.
Lotus leans to the side and sees Twink and starts waving.
Kind of pulls the spoon out, starts jiggling it back as he's kind of handing it out as he's walking up to her.
And you are?
My name is Hickory.
Okay.
I'm sorry for your loss. I heard on the way here.
Dolus just nods.
Well, you guys. I'm a cleric. I could help you guys get a little bit more on your feet. You all look a little worse for the wear physically.
Lotus just kind of like rolls up her sleeves and there's like wounds on her arms, and she like lifts her leg as well, and there's like wounds on her legs as well. She's not looking awful, but she could be doing better. Are we technically taking a short rest, by the way?
Noah, what are you about to do?
I'm about to use Healing Word at 2nd level.
Do it.
So Hickory kind of takes a moment, looks at her wounds, backs up, and lowers her head in prayer. And you all, I guess I need to roll for what you guys get back.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
That's 2d4 plus 3, so you all get...
You all?
Lotus.
It's
Lotus.
Healing Word, so it's AoE. And, oh, no, it's not.
No.
That's, yeah.
No, it is not.
So Lotus gets 9 back.
Whoa, thank you.
And then, yeah, you're all taking a short rest. You're all taking a minute. There's... As you're all sort of adjusting and Lotus is being healed all of a sudden from the top deck of your new ship, Lorelai just goes, you just hear, oh, that's right, that son of a bitch. And then all of a sudden she comes over like the ramp and is walking down. She's like, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. It's not like he's going to need it. And she goes up the ramp of the Westwood ship, like before interacting with any of you.
Ah,
And she's gone.
I'm going to follow after.
What's happening?
Nothing. You stay.
Okay.
Lorelai!
Twink rushes off. You all watch Twink rush off up the ramp for the Westwood ship. You get up there, and like the door to the captain's cabin is like ajar. You hear some words being spoken.
I'm just going to open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and there, like on the captain table, is Sox's body. Lorelei is talking to Petrin and Illis as she holds the obsidian sword and the frostbrand sword in like one of her arms. And just had like conversing calmly with them.
Lorelei, you can't give it one fucking day. And I kind of look up and go, sorry.
Just, that's fine. You know, just figured I'd get it out of the way now, so at least it's not something we have to worry about, and everyone can just mourn without interruption. It's not going to be any easier later than it is now.
Well, no, of course not. But Jesus Christ, you can at least make it look like you're mourning.
I knew Socrates and shoes for 12 days and a month. I met him at a bar where he interrupted something else I was doing for someone else. And then he pulled up on my ship, made me a million promises, kept most of them, and did everything he possibly could to get himself killed. He met his goals admirably, and I don't think he was a bad person, but also, I knew him for 2 weeks. I've known this sword longer than I knew Socks, and she holds up the frostbrand. I'm sorry that he's dead.
Hey, Lorelei. You know, it's okay to say it.
Say what?
Just because it's 2 weeks doesn't make it sting any less.
If you need me, I'll be on the Eladrin. And she like steps out.
What? What did she say? What the fuck is that?
And Illis kind of goes, ah, right. The boat.
What? That's the name of the boat?
One of the parts of the name.
What's the full name?
She really wanted to tell you. She really wanted to tell Socks. Actually, she thought it would be something he found ironic. But Petrin kind of just sits at the table. You good? You good, Twink?
Sure, I'm better than you.
I'm just thinking of how I'm going to explain this to Fina, his parents.
Yeah, I imagine death not common amongst your people.
Normally we have longer to prepare. There's you sort of see it coming. Elves don't really die decrepit and old the way most races do, but we get old, we die. We 300 is very young. Looks. Socks. I was a month younger than Socks.
Didn't think elves kept track of months.
I didn't. Fina did. She only kept track because when our arguments got too much, she would put me in my place by reminding me I was a month younger than Socks. Which, you know, normally wouldn't work, but coming from her, for some reason, it did.
So, what kind of ceremony will you have?
Deep in the Westwood, there is a lake In the center of that lake, there is an ancient tree.
Is it a hickory tree?
Illis kind of just like, no.
Okay, it's been a weird day. Sorry.
It's a spruce. Like, Illis is just like completely flabbergasted by that weird question. It's the only tree in the entire Westwood that doesn't change leaf colors and keeps green all year round. It's also 400 feet or so tall. Pretty sure it's the oldest thing there, other than Arlashna. We lay our dead to rest under the roots of the tree.
Would outsiders be welcome at this ceremony?
Illis is like, the council doesn't want to let anyone into the Westwood right now, but exceptions can be made for everything. I'm sure they don't want Socks to be buried there either, but
Can let our last know tomorrow.
she hasn't figured it out already, knowing her.
I'm sure she has.
And Petrin, where he's sitting, is like, if Arlashna knew he was dead, then it would probably be raining by now. She has this weird weather thing she does for her favorites. Yeah, she can change the weather too. We don't ask with Arlashna anymore. Petrin kind of just like,
Yeah. Anyways, what do you do with his belongings?
well, before we bury him, he will be stripped to nothing and wrapped in leaves of a tree of his family's choosing. I don't know what the end shoes bury their people in.
I wonder if it's dogwood.
Petra just kind of goes, yeah. I never did get to see him become a werewolf.
You almost did.
Did it look cool?
It was pretty cool when I stabbed him.
All right, well. And Petrin like folds this thin wrap over Socks's face.
All right. I'll head back to the what's it called? I don't know what she said. If you need me, I'll be there.
Petrin kind of gives you a solid. And Illis just kind of like walks out with you until you're out of the captain's cabin and then closes the door and she goes, the Westwood hasn't had strangers in it since Fagin and his party on their worldwide quest. I'll make sure you're allowed, but just these next few days while we travel, make sure everyone keeps their heads down. Not while we travel. Once they get there, make sure they keep their heads down. Figure it'll take you a few days to rein them all in.
I don't think that'll be an issue.
Growing up, I was never one for Socrates. He was an oddity in the Westwood, which the Westwood is not a fan of oddities. But I think you all have made oddities grow on me just a bit more in your short times. I hope the trend can continue.
Before I walk away, I stop and I turn back and I said, by the way, don't blame yourself. We'll continue walking down the whatever it is, ladder, whatever.
It's a ramp right now.
Ramp.
Yep. You go down the ramp and They're on the dockers. Everyone else still resting.
All right. Well, I gotta go ask Lorelai what the fucking name of my boat is.
Is it nighttime, by the way?
It's later in the. It's actually no. It's definitely early in the afternoon.
Hmm.
You got to Teok just a little before noon, so yeah, it's early afternoon by now.
I think I'll start heading back then.
Okay. So, Twink, you walk up the ramp. Is anyone else doing anything over the course of the remainder of this short rest as they recuperate?
Hickory's
Cuddle with
standing there
Dolores.
so awkwardly. Like she is so out of place right now.
I would actually like to pass without trace to my bedroom.
Ooh. Pass without trace. Oh my god.
Can I still see if I can see him?
Let's see.
Because
So it's
all
a,
that does is
yeah, it's a +10 to stealth. So yeah, no, you're gonna have to make
I
a
can
stealth
still
check.
try to see you.
That's true. Make
Go
a
ahead,
make
make-
a
go ahead
stealth,
and make
a
that
stealth
stealth check.
roll.
Oh, god damn it. 8 or 18?
18.
My passive
Yeah,
is lower than
your
that.
passive is literally yeah. No, so with everything going on around all of the docks, Mara goes slowly and he waits for one moment when you're all busy reloading your gun or fiddling with your ring, and Hickory doesn't know who the fuck Mara is, so she doesn't even mind as he walks past and walks up the ramp onto the ship and heads down the stairs. And during this time, Twink would be talking to Lorelai, so Twink isn't even around to see as Mara goes down to the sleeping holds and, I mean, takes his pick of the beds.
Oh shit! Yeah, we
He is
haven't
the
been
first
on
one
there
there.
yet.
You're the
He
first
is the
one to
first
pick
one
a
there.
bed. There are,
We just all walk in and just Mara's bed just woven in like vines and shit across it.
Mara
like
was
candles.
here. Was is spelled incorrectly.
the privacy curtains fucking tie-dye.
It's like bunk beds, right? And the top one says Plume's bed.
I'll take a top bunk, I guess.
All right, you take a top bunk,
Farthest corner possible.
the farthest, the back corner. It's all right. You take a top bunk in the back right corner. You're just gonna pass out.
Yep.
Yep.
As like the little meanwhile, while Twink goes to talk to Lorelai, Dolus sees Hickory just kind of standing there awkwardly, and he's just like, would you like to take a seat?
I don't want to intrude.
Lotus starts patting the spot beside her.
This is a crate open beside you.
And
Just better than just standing there.
she kind of shuffles over and hops up, and as you see her push herself up onto the crate, you notice the back of her hand has a black, almost arrow looking tattoo on both of her hands, the backs of her hands. She just kind of plops down, crosses her hands, and just kind of sits there.
Are you the avatar?
I was about to make that fucking
Okay, they're not thick arrows. They're much thinner.
Mm.
No, so you're a skinnier avatar.
And they don't end in like an arrow pointing at something, but imagine more along the lines of a clock hand.
Mm. What is with the markings? Which is really funny for Dolus to say, pointing at his fucking black ass pointy claw hand.
Oh, and when she looks at him, you see her head kind of like turn a little bit, like her ears ringing. They just sort of showed up after those two did their thing.
Those two?
Kieran and the other one.
You know Kieran.
Oh, right, that's right. I explained that to Twink. Yeah, I'm a bounty hunter with my brother. He's missing right now. And we met Kieran through that. He was with us on our first mission. And only our first mission.
I see. And your brother is...
His name is Doc. He looks exactly like me. We're twins. He tends to wear his hair up, and when you're looking at Hickory, she doesn't look drastically feminine or masculine in her face.
Very
She
androgynous.
yeah, very she has a very androgynous face. And you kind of see her. It's just we're fraternal, but everyone says we look damn near identical.
We met a doc. Are you sure
We
your
did.
brother isn't an orc?
No, he's human.
Okay, well, just a coincidence then.
Not everyone gets unique names.
Haha.
I don't believe I caught yours, though.
Dolus. And this is kind of gestures for Lotus to say her own name.
Call me Lotus.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. I'm sorry the circumstances of us meeting weren't brighter ones.
I don't think that's a problem. Our friend, we met him under worse, well, also bad circumstances. So I think you're fine.
Right. I saw you guys with Twink earlier. I know there were two more of you. One of them had kind of longer hair. And the other one, I've heard rumors about him. Socrates?
Yes, that was his name.
It was him.
Yes.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's all right. And the other one, his name is Mara.
Where's he gone to?
I don't know, but he'll surely show up again. He runs off sometimes.
Okay. It seems like everybody's starting to go back to their ships. Do you guys not want to go back yet?
What do you say, Lotus?
I will go wherever you go.
All right, well, won't do us much good sitting around here. Let's go to the sleeping quarters, claim some beds.
Right.
Hmm.
So, are you the only one from the church coming to Twinktania?
I don't believe I've seen anyone come after me, right?
Haven't seen anyone yet.
Yeah, everyone else got really kind of mean toward Twink when he offered that to them and told them everything that's going on in Midnori. But I followed because it sounds like he wants to help people.
And that happened just now.
Yeah, they got in his way.
And they're still alive?
I got in the way of them getting in the way.
Oh, smart. He would have killed them.
He said that.
Yes. Well, let's go. Dolus just kind of gets up, waits for Lotus to get her stuff together, and then they start walking up onto the ship.
Lotus, in the middle of that conversation, had pulled out her sketchbook and started drawing But then when she sees Dolus has gotten up, she starts like putting everything away.
Just gonna head over to the sleeping quarters. We haven't been on this ship yet, so we're just gonna go to where I assume the sleeping quarters would be.
Exploration.
As they're heading up the ramp of the boat, Hickory like stops for a moment and turns around and goes, "Huh?"
Yeah. As you guys start up the ramp, all of a sudden Hickory just says, huh? Like you both said something to her.
Dolus just turns around. Goes, what?
Nothing. I guess I just thought I heard somebody say my name.
Okay. Dolus puts his hands in his pockets as he starts like walking out the ramp. He's like, another weird one.
Yeah, Dolus can say that.
Yeah.
Oh.
As a weird one, he's allowed to say that.
A weird one to replace the weird one.
It takes one to know one.
Yeah. I guess you could go back to the Twink and Lorelei.
Yeah.
No, Lotus wants her bed, bro.
You guys
We're
go.
claiming those beds.
You guys
We're
go
doing
to
this
claim
now.
your beds. DM me whether you want a top or a bottom bunk.
I'll take whatever Lotus doesn't want.
I want the top one.
If
I
Dolus
just
wants
said
the bottom
DM.
one.
Fine. You take
At
top.
this point, just tell him.
Fuck it. Lotus, you find a top bunk. Dolus, you find a bottom bunk. Mara's bunk, when you get there, is covered in vines.
Okay.
Lotus kind of like
You reach out to knock on it, and they immediately kind of shoot out and stab you in the hand.
Dolus points over to the bottom bunk of Mara's top bunk, and he looks over to Hickory. He's like, you can have that one.
3 points of piercing damage. Because the vine stabs you.
Are the vines everywhere?
They're just on his bunk. They're just all on
On
The whole
top
bunk bed or just the top
the
bunk?
top bunk. Just like where
Oh.
the privacy curtain would be, there's just vines.
I want to just kind of look at my hand, pull up my sketchbook, rip a page out, and with my bloods write rude, and then just slip it in.
Hickory's there, like kind of biting her
Possible.
thumbnail. Like, hey.
It's the only one available.
Okay.
Don't worry, he doesn't usually bite. That's Mara on the top bunk, I assume.
He don't bite.
Oh.
Yes, he do.
Get your fucking elf, bitch. He don't bite. Yes, he do.
Hello, Mara. My name is Hickory. Is it okay if I take the bottom bunk?
Just lay in the bed. He was not gonna say anything.
She very slowly like crouches down to touch the bottom bunk.
You get in the bottom bunk just fine. The
Okay.
vines don't react at all.
No crinkles.
Mara, a note comes plopping down and thwacks you in the face. And it's a little crumpled, but it really quickly, like, you just tug it, and it's just rude, but written in blood.
It's
Produce
way
flame.
more threatening.
Produce flame! Jesus!
Everyone's getting edgy. Oh no!
Yeah, the fucking paper light's on fire! You now have to put it out. The paper's now on fire right above you. There's
I'm
flaming
just-
bits of paper falling on you.
I'm just like, oh.
We just see like smoke
Yeah,
come out
you
from the
all
top,
just-
and we hear
I was
padding.
gonna say, you all see a little light start up in there, and then a little smoke, and immediately hear,
Lotus doesn't understand what's happening.
And then the
She's
front,
very
like-
happily walking over to her bed and climbing up onto the top bunk and laying down.
yeah, the light
Hey.
goes out.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
For my ring, when I make water with
Mhm.
make food and water, what is the velocity that the water travels?
You're like, what is the
Water
what
gun.
water pressure can I hit? Can I
Yeah.
pressure wash these vines away?
No, I was just gonna
We
like,
gotta
I was
play
just gonna shoot like
D&D.
a little bit of water up into the bed. Just go.
You have to make the water pour onto the ground, or it appears in containers within your range.
What if I put my hand above the bed?
Then you can pour water into the bed.
Cool. Is the bed a container?
No, but the boat
It
is.
has yo.
Wait!
You just fill the whole boat, sink the boat.
Lorelai's
Just walk
fucking
down, you guys
pissed.
are bailing water
Twink
out
is
of the
fucking
freaking sleep. Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Twink comes down and there's just like ankle high water, but for him it's like thigh high, and he's like, "The fuck is this?"
He's not
Okay.
that short to where ankle high water would be thigh high water.
Like-
Just maybe plume, but not twink.
Okay, we're getting off track here. Are you gonna put water in the bed or not?
Shut up, we're
Yes.
mourning.
Yes,
You're
I
gonna-
am.
You're gonna have to spout it. You're not gonna be able
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
magically
gonna
fill a
do.
container. Okay.
I'm gonna spout it at just where I saw like the light and the
Burn
smoke.
your last fucking a slot to make water.
How much water am I making?
Enough to
You're
start
filling-
that
I'm not
spell.
pressure washing it.
You're filling this
Yeah.
fucking bed up.
I'm not filling the bed up. Just going like, psst.
Oh, you're just going like. "Pfft."
Yeah.
Like,
All right,
Hickory
fine. Yeah,
already
you can go.
looks sad.
I'm not like drowning Mara. I'm not casting tidal waves. Like I'm. Not...
We need to play at 10 o'clock at night more often. Water, Mara, water suddenly just starts dripping down from the little crevice where the privacy curtain meets the thing. Just water kind of.
Shape water and throw it back.
Oh no! Yeah, so Dolus, you're dribbling water, trying to get Mara's attention. You kind of like lean a little in to see, and then just.
Mara, or not Mara, Hickory's like kind of poked her head out because they haven't walked over to their bunks. And she's just
Water drips
watching
on
this
you.
happen.
Water absolutely drips down on
It's
your
like-
face.
Why are we getting the bed sweat?
Never mind. Dolus turns around and walks over to his bed.
Though even as from the doorway you hear reading the bed sweat. We getting ready for life on the open seas. And Eggold is there in the doors, and he's like, I actually don't know what's happening.
Hi, Eggold.
Hello, Eggold.
God, who's shitting your breakfast? And Eggold like walks by with a big barrel, and he like sets one down in the corner.
Lotus kind of flops her head off of the bed so that she's looking at him upside down.
Eggold is just taking shit out of this barrel and like putting things into one of the bunks.
Have you not heard the news?
What? Lorelai names the ship?
She named the ship.
Yeah. Do you guys want some Shade Step silk? I stole a barrel of it for the beds.
Socrates passed away.
Oh yeah, Socrates passed away. He's like starts filling the bed up.
No, like for good this time. He's gone.
What? Eggle just like turns around and stands to full height, and he's like, "He what?"
Yes, he's. It's hard for all of us.
Okay, okay, but like he died twice this morning, and he was fine.
Yes.
And then we fought against this shadow thingy, and
Did another Starlost show up? Did
No, it was sort of a dimensional parasite, if I remember how Doc Walk has a brother. His name is Doc.
Yeah, he's got two brothers. He's got Walk and Doc. Their parents are stupid.
No, his name is Walk. The other brother's name is Rock. But yes, no, and then Socrates died trying to kill it. His body is on the Westwood ship, if you
Okay,
want.
see, no. Socks can't be. I dropped a 2,000 gold diamond so that he wouldn't be dead this morning.
I don't
So
know
Socks-
how much 2,000 gold is.
A lot of gold. It's
Okay.
imagine how much gold you have times like 200.
Okay, but Socks can't be dead. I can't
Dolus gets up and he kind of just walks over and just puts a hand on Eggle's shoulder.
don't fucking touch me. And he like steps back and he's like, I'm gonna kick his ass because you're all fucking with me. Because you all always fuck with me. So I'm gonna kick all of your asses. Because
I'm
I've
sorry,
put up with it for
Eggle.
too long.
I'm sorry, Eggold.
The elf lady. Can the elf lady bring him back? Because then I'll kick his ass.
Dolus is remembering, he kind of, in the moment to kind of get across how serious this is, he takes his mask off again and he looks Eggold in the eyes. He's like, he's gone. Eggold.
Where are they standing relative to?
Right next to the bugs still.
This means nothing to Hickory, but
You
she
totally
sees
totally
this.
see Dolus's face.
Yeah.
Eggle's just like, I went to get silk. I was gone for 40 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Where's Twink?
He's looking for Lorelei, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna go find Walk.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find Walk, and Eggle kind of just like walks out.
Dolus is
Yes.
gonna sit down on his bed.
Lotus is gonna roll back over and she's gonna step off of her bed and she's gonna take some of the silk and then she's gonna climb back into her bed.
Is Shade Step so good?
Couldn't tell you. Not from here.
She walks over to it and she kind of picks some of it up.
All right, Twink, let's get to your conversation with Lorelei. Gonna way back meanwhile while everyone's still on the docks. You walk up the ramp. There's a captain cabin still.
Oh, I know where it is.
Yeah. You going right there?
Oh yeah.
You open the door and Lorelei is already like lining the swords up where they'll be on the wall. Have you heard of knocking?
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know what I expected from that.
You named the boat?
Yeah. Yeah, I named the boat. It had a stupid name before.
What was the name?
Apparently the name before was like the Timberland or something. I don't.
Oh,
It was Elvish, so it sounded even more dumb, and then it translated dumb. So I just asked Petrin if he could like get some of his guys to scrape it off the side. They did.
What'd you name it?
What did I name it? The Vanwa Aladrin. It's Elvish. I thought it appropriate. Elvish boat.
How do you spell that?
VANW A, and then there's a space, and then ELADRIN.
Yeah. What's that mean?
Well, translation might not be completely accurate. I scuffed it a little because, frankly, Illis's Elvish accent is extremely heavy, and I'm not entirely certain how she pronounced half the syllables. But if my translation is correct, it means Starlost. I thought it'd be funny.
Why?
I thought Socks would think it was ironic.
Where's what's with people and like I don't how is that ironic?
Because you're not the Starlost, but you're on the boat the Starlost.
No, I still don't get it.
Tweak, has anyone ever told you you're bad with people?
Yes, my whole life.
Twink, do you want a drink?
Yeah.
Okay, that keg over there is whiskey. I stole it off the dock.
Is it really stealing? We just took it. Like it's free.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not crazy about the fact that the boat doesn't have any cannons. It's only got those weird ballista.
Hey, can you give me a drink? I can't get it.
She, like, freezes where she is lining the sword up and just like, right. She comes back, she pours you a tankard and hands it to you and, like, plops into one of the seats of the captain's
Tankard of
table.
whiskey? Oh yeah, it's gonna fuck me up. Actually, it probably won't because my constitution's amazing. But
yeah, and she just starts sipping.
yeah, no, I don't know. I kind of like the ballista, but not all of them.
My main thing is, I don't think Eggold can fucking aim an arrow to save his life.
What's a cannon gonna do? He can't. It's aim. Just teach the man to aim.
Arrows have more drop, and the
And a
wind sway.
cannonball? Their arrows are designed to travel through the air.
Well, yeah, but Eggold knows the effective range of a cannon a lot better. Also, I don't trust Harmon with something that can fire 3 shots off in rapid succession.
But he can fire 3 shots off in rapid succession.
Not since the other one took his gun.
Oh, they took his gun?
Yeah, Starlost Lotus took his gun.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have that revolver anymore, and I am not replacing it for him.
That's not the worry. Could you
What?
imagine Lotus with that fucking gun?
You made her a gun!
No, yeah, but but that gun.
Look, Harmon's gun is interesting and unique, of course. But I don't think it's any more dangerous than the shotgun glaive you made her.
Are you jealous?
I wouldn't mind putting one on the wall, but that's not the point.
No, I've got a plan for cannons.
Okay.
Obviously, nothing I can do until we get back to Twinktania, and I have the time to make them.
You see, you talked about going back to Twinktania, but Twinktania, and I know it better than most because it, belongs to me. I found it first, motherfucker.
We discussed this.
We did discuss this.
And in the history books, it'll be written that you helped found Twinktania.
There's not really anything there, so how's it going to help us? There used to be boar there. I don't know about that anymore.
That doesn't necessarily have to be Twinktania, but at some point it needs to be at least an outpost for Twinktania. At the very least.
Can't believe my retirement home is going to be an outpost for a country made by a megalomaniac that doesn't come up to my thighs.
What makes you think I wouldn't put a resort on that island and make money off of it? You would literally be living on a resort.
That's not the point I'm focused on. But anyways, fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna get drunk and sleep for not 2 days because we're leaving in the morning. So
Well, we should probably leave today.
she kind of like lowers the thing. She's like, today.
Do you want to run into the Shadesep Navy?
I shouldn't drink this whole tankard. She says she immediately just. Oh, fuck, that whiskey tastes like shit. Jesus.
Hi. And he holds it up and he's going to do the same thing. He's going to start chugging it.
Lorelai's cheeks get a little flushed, but she seems stable. Can you make a constitution save for me, Twink?
Sure. 20.
You're fine. You're a little buzzed, but you're fine.
A champion.
Drank enough fucking whiskey to fill his entire stomach, and he's fine. Yeah, and then Lorelai is just like, do you have nails? Preferably larger ones. No. Like with a hammer.
Why?
I have to hang the swords up.
Are you using nails?
I have brackets that I have to nail in.
Brackets?
Yeah. I stole them from the ship. How the fuck else do you want me to hang these up? Are you gonna make me a display case?
Kind of start rumbling through the bag of holding and like pull a handful of like random assortment of things and like
It's just nails and bolts of various sizes, and she just like
some
scoops it up.
paper clips and yeah.
She's like, this is a very generous donation. She says she like drops it on the table, grabs 2 of the nails that'll be of use, and goes over and just starts hammering a thing in. And she's like, if you can go, fuck. She like steps back. She's like, I just thought of something very critical to us leaving before the end of the day that, you know, I'd considered before, but had expected to be able to, you know, handle it since we're in a city. I don't have a crew.
Oh yeah.
And I no offense to the birds and the spaced out one, but I don't really think that they can run a ship all too well. No offense to you, but I
can't see over the fucking sides.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So unless you want me, Eggled, and Harmon to run this entire thing ourselves, we are gonna need to borrow some manpower.
Drank that whole tankard.
Huh?
Huh? I said I just drank that whole tankard.
Yeah.
Now you want me to go talk to people? The people didn't like me before.
Maybe you're more likable when you're drunk.
Say the same for you.
I'm not likable ever. She goes back to hammering it on the bracket.
Birds of a feather, and then we walk. I walk out the room.
You walk out. Where are you gonna go?
Fuck. I'm gonna look around an empty boat.
You're looking around the empty boat, doing a quick little peruse. You look up. Tied to the main mast is Harmon, upside down, about 7 feet up.
Already?
Hello!
I wonder if Tim and Marcos would be able to help. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm not even gonna answer it.
As you're walking away, all of a sudden you hear like a thump. Are you gonna leave without saying hello?
Yeah.
Harmon's standing there, or not standing. He's sitting there behind you.
Yeah. That was the plan, actually.
The chair lets me get just about near anywhere. I've been testing it in various places.
I'm glad it's working for you.
And the chair kind of wheels itself up like around. He pulls himself up into it. You got a strange look on your face, Master Gnome.
Yeah, I gotta go find a crew, Harmon.
Oh, you got to find a crew. Ah, I remember when I had to make my first crew. Don't do what I did.
What'd you do?
I took the first band of riffraff I absolutely positively could.
Fuck.
They stabbed me. Not metaphorically in the back. No, they stabbed me.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that.
Ah, wise.
Right. All right, bye, Harmon.
So long, Master Gnome, and he just like does like a wheelie down the length of the deck.
Works much better than I thought it would. All right, Marcos and Tim, first two people.
You head off down the ramp looking for everyone. The crews are sort of beginning to conglomerate to their boats specifically. You have to go past a lot of elves because you're sharing a dock, but the Uber one's one down. It's you.
I'm really short.
Yeah,
so...
you wouldn't see. I was about to say you see, but then I was like, oh, but you don't. But you don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're weaving your way through everyone's legs and everything. You finally like step out past all the elves filing past with crates and bundles and stuff. And the moment you get out of the crowd, there's just like 9 random people all sort of standing at the end of the docks. One of them, this halfling girl, kind of is just like, is this are these the boats between Tanya?
Oh no. Yeah. No. Yeah. That. Yeah. Yep. Sure is.
We promise we won't be no trouble. We're all quite accustomed to boats. Do we have to? Is there someone we need to talk to, or?
Yes, actually, I need all of your names and what you know how to do and what you can provide to society.
Right. Well, the halfling girl, she goes, I'm Kylan. This here's Lee. She points at a halfling boy, walks up.
Crap, you don't have to name all of them.
It's too bad I did, motherfucker.
Yeah, he did this knowing you would do this. He did this knowing you would do this.
This one's Lee. We don't know much about boats, but we're familiar. We've traveled. We've never run a ship though.
What do you provide to society?
I am a botanist.
Okay, I like that.
Lee helps me carry heavy things.
There's a place in the world for that too.
Lee just kind of like it's really like excitable, happy looking like halfling guys, just like yeah, that's what I do. Yeah,
way to go, buddy.
And so the two of them kind of step aside, and this really pretty, like dark-skinned, blonde-haired woman steps forward, and she's just like, "Ceres, I am a wind mage."
That would be very helpful on a boat.
It typically is. I usually charter out. Most of the time, I just pretend to give good skies, but I can do a couple of proper things here and there.
Are you a navigator?
No,
You just said you charter.
I am chartered to go places
Oh.
with other people who are better at navigating.
That makes sense. All right, you're good.
She steps aside, and then this big, hulking, size of wok Goliath man steps forward.
Nope, too big.
He's just like, oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's a. What can you do? Please be a seamstress.
I'm a fisherman.
Oh. Sorry, that job's already filled.
I can also run a ship.
Yeah, you're good. No, wait, what's your name?
Lachlan.
All right, you're good.
He steps past you. And then there's a tiefling woman steps up. She goes, Kaida, sailor. I sail.
What? What's your name?
Kaida.
Kaita?
Kaida.
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 I am a sailor.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I used to work on a ship a lot like this one. A lot like this one.
Was it this one? What was the name of that ship?
No, that's over there. I'm fucking with you.
What was the name of the ship?
The name of the ship that I used to sail on?
Yeah,
The Tsaritsa.
you're good.
A human girl walks up and she's like, I'm Ellie Mae.
Turns back again and goes, what's that mean?
The Tsaritsa?
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Why would you work on a boat and you don't know what the name means? What do you do?
Well, I am a carpenter by trade.
Oh, that job's already filled too.
Oh.
But that's okay. I can always use more.
Oh!
Can you run a ship?
Well, I had to run one to get here all the way from Resty.
Okay. Well, you'll also be in charge of repairing the ship.
Can do. And she like walks past to the rest of the group. Do you want me to keep going? I got 4 more of these.
Yeah, buddy. Fuck you. You want to fuck me? I'm going to fuck you. We're doing this.
Why are you guys
girls.
fucking in the middle of D&D?
You
got a
think it's
problem?
sensual.
That's
I think it's nice.
Note taking.
No,
I'm
yes.
note
now we're
taking
gonna have
too, if you know what I
hell
mean.
This
yeah.
girl walks up. Super short.
Uh-huh.
Clearly human, but like 4'5", 4'6".
Gotcha.
Small girl. I am Alicia von Hyang. Alicia von Hyang. I know you're already going to ask again.
No, I'm going to ask how old you are.
Oh, 27.
Mm. What do you do?
Well, you see, I don't normally run many things myself, but I take it as you seem to be pilfering Tiok while its residents are gone. You could use a little additional funding and support. My family is from Yubua. Yeah, quite wealthy, and if you were to aid me in getting home and a little adventure on the way, I could fund you a bit.
Let's get on that boat.
And she turns. Just my family and the Drasbergis don't really get along.
Matthias.
Matthias is like moving shit around. He goes, "Da!"
Come here.
It's over. And as it gets close, goes, "Alicia." And she's, "Mm." Why are you here? Please take me on your boat, please.
To me?
Yeah.
She needs to go to Yubi, Matthias.
She needs to be in prison is what she needs to be. Her family tries coup every 2 years.
All right. Did you try coup?
No. My uncles regularly. That's the reason my family's not really.
All right. They're not guilty by association, Matthias. You can't treat everyone that way.
And he's like, Da, Alicia, this way. She goes,
I helped you. You owe me. All right. Who's next?
He's gonna kill me. She like walks off.
She
I'm
fucked
sorry.
up by saying she's never ran anything.
Yeah, I was waiting to see what she'd do. A regular fisher guy walks up, and he gestures to another guy behind him. Oh, hi, I'm Felix. That's Frankie.
Felix and Frankie.
Ah,
What do you do?
we're the sailors. It's a sailing town.
All right, you're good.
And they both go back.
I love them.
And then another one walks up. He's like, hello. I'm Sylvia.
What do you do?
I Look, I really want to get out of Shade Step. I make jewelry. I make jewelry.
That's perfect. You're good.
Oh. Okay. And she like walks happily past you. You got it. You got your gang.
All right, see that boat there? And I point at the Vanwa, whatever it is. I can't remember the name of it.
You call it the Starlost.
Oh, we're calling it
Okay.
by its name.
Vanwa
Ladrin.
Ladrin. There it
Yeah.
is.
They're gonna just wait on the deck up there. I'll be up there in a minute.
And they all just kind of make their way up the deck. As they're like halfway up the deck, you could just hear over the deck, you just hear Eggle just, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go up to Matthias again.
Matthias is like ushering people up. Alicia's already gone like up onto the boat. He's like, these girls' family crazy.
That's okay. I understand that, but don't treat the two as the same thing.
Last time they run off into hills.
Wait, what are they doing in the hills?
We were trying to execute them.
All right, let's. What for?
Well, we were trying to execute Da because Da attempt coup. He killed my cousin.
Right, that I
Mm.
get.
Then Uncle, he killed my bodyguard. And then other uncle,
Grounds for execution.
he tried to kill my court mage.
All right, that's grounds for execution.
I guess they were all trying to kill me. Other people just get in the way.
All right,
It's
look,
one of perks.
All right, here. She can either go with me or you, but I think you might want to have eyes on her more than me.
It's true. She is going in brig.
Don't put her in the brig. She's a guest of mine. Treat her as you would treat a guest of mine.
Oh, you are pushing luck.
If she tries to kill you, do whatever the fuck you want, man. But until then,
She is very small.
I didn't even think she was old. Like, I thought she was a child.
Is that all you came to talk?
Yeah, what about, I have a question. Tim and Marcos.
Da.
Possibly could I borrow them to help sail my boat?
I had fully expected you to borrow them if I did not see you before we left, so of course.
All right, cool. Do they know that?
They know what I tell them.
Did you tell them that?
Marcos, Tim! I like up on the boat, and they just like lean over and he goes, "You're going to Twintania." They just both go, "Hey!" Just, like,
I love them.
come down, they just go down the ramp.
All right. That's all I wanted. I think I'm good now, actually.
Right.
I'll see you when I get to Yubo.
Do you not want me to follow Twintania?
Cryo, is Twinkie on the way to the Westwood?
Twinktania is not on the way to anywhere, but if you go straight down to it, then it is equidistant between it and Euboea. It's like right in the middle.
You know what? Yeah, why don't... Yes, you could follow us there, and then I'll break off to the Westwood after that.
Of course. A proper fleet we shall be, setting sail.
Might be for the best in case we encounter Shade Step Navy anyways.
Oh. Have not been in battle on ship in a long time.
I hope that remains.
We can hope different things. I will see you in Twigtania, friends. And he goes up the ramp.
Holy fuck, we're gonna die. It's head back to the boat where they're waiting on the deck.
You head up onto the boat, and everyone is gathered there. Marcos and Tim now, too. Eggold and Walker at the top of the stairs, and Harmon's doing, like... You ever seen the wheelchair tricks where they get up on one wheel and they, like, spin?
Oh my
He's just
God.
doing that in the back.
Alright.
And Eggold's just like... So... Who... can work a boat? And all of the appropriate people, like, raise their hands. Who can fight? And, like, a couple of hands go down, and one goes up and goes, who can, and Walk goes, cook. One of the hand goes up. Walk goes, we don't need you.
Which hand was it?
it was Kylan, the halfling girl, the botanist.
Walk, we need her.
You stay out of you stay out of my kitchen. He turns and he goes down the stairs. Neggle's like,
just stay out of the kitchen, you'll be fine.
Neggle's like, am I gonna be a tour guide for our boat now?
Do you think it would be better if Lorelei did?
All right, everyone, sleeping quarters this way. Like turns. He heads down the step. Lorelei, you look over, and Lorelei's like leaning on the banister, just like, that was fast. So you are more likable drunk.
I'm not drunk, Lorelei.
Okay. I kind of am.
I know.
Okay. So we're leaving.
Right, I told Matthias we would go to Twinktania first.
Are we showing people there?
I think he'll actually get a kick out of it.
I have a lot of fucking money there.
That's fucking underwater like 18 hours of the day.
You have a valid point. I have a very good security system. Ugh! Fine.
So we just won't tell them there's like 200,000 gold worth of shit there.
You make a valid point. It's been a long day. I'm very angry.
Go drink more.
I don't think that's a good idea for anyone. Like, he stands up really straight.
I'm going downstairs.
Okay, you go downstairs. I'll get everything set to cast off.
All right.
Harmon! Put your both wheels on the fucking ground!
Before people start filing in, I guess, I want to have a conversation with Dolus.
Okay.
So,
Meanwhile...
yeah, at some point in time, I'm gonna, like, do a flip from the top bunk to the bottom bunk.
Do a flip! I'm sorry. So yeah, you drop off.
As you flip down, you see Dolus has taken he has Raiden's notebook open. I'm not gonna ask you for a story actually.
Oh.
Because you said right, like there's just on one page it just kind of stops. Like
Eventually, yeah, it just stops.
Like a few pages after it stops, Dolus has started writing the events of the past couple of days there, continuing in the notebook.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, just retelling events.
Hmm.
Maybe I could give it to Raiden when we find him, and he could do what I've been doing.
Why do you think Raiden? And at this point, she starts talking. Every other sentence, she switches between talking in Aarakocra or in Endwardish.
Damn.
And she continues, like, why do you think Raiden doesn't want us to go to Dragonlost?
And every sentence that she asks, Dolus answers in the same language. And it's just like, I don't know particularly. I would assume that either there's something happening that is dangerous and he doesn't want us to be a part of it, or he's hiding something.
I mean, considering it's been so long and he never tried to reach out to us, I would assume he is hiding something. And, you know, I'm not one to follow rules.
Right? Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
I also wanted to ask how your stomach was doing, and where we should go from here with and she just taps her mask.
Dolus just kind of sits there. He's like, my stomach is fine. Just had some jitters earlier. It's never easy, losing people, regardless of how I felt about them at most times of the day, most times seeing them regardless. And then he takes off his mask again and he's just holding it. He goes, I don't really know. When I took it off and I looked over to the rest of our friends, it didn't feel as wrong as I thought it would.
Do you think it's because you trust them?
I think that might be the truth that I was trying to avoid seeing, yes. It's hard to trust people after what we've been through, I'm sure you know.
Well, Hank and Mara and everybody else are good people from what I've seen. And then she also takes her own mask off and just kind of holds it in her hands, looking down at it. You know, as much as I like this mask, it does block visibility.
Yeah, I've noticed that a bit. It's just something I didn't feel like complaining about, because it's sort of like when you notice your own nose and then you can't stop thinking about it. I didn't want to bring it up to you and then you notice how much your vision has been blocked.
She starts looking at her nose.
Like that.
You now can't help but focus on the tip of your nose.
Yeah, fuck you, everyone at home, too. Look at your nose.
Look at your fucking nose. Remember, you're breathing manually.
Oh,
Anyways.
God. Just reminding everyone at home of stuff. Look at you at home with your chapped lips. Don't
I
lick
bet
them
you
now.
can't find a
Don't lick
comfortable
them now.
spot in your mouth for your tongue.
Stop.
I
Stop.
hate
Okay,
this.
stop. This is evil. This is evil. This is. I killed
Y'all
someone
thought
last session. This
Twink
is
was
fucked up.
fucked up. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all thought Twink was fucked up, but goddamn, the truth is revealed.
Uh,
Dolus just kind of like tilts his head over to Hickory. He's like, this one doesn't seem too bad either.
She's just reading a book.
she didn't question the fact that we have feathers.
Yeah, she seems fine. She
Seems
healed
nice.
you.
Mhm.
As saying like she healed you, kind of like holds his own arm a little bit. My claws didn't I grew these when I did a spell earlier, and they didn't retract like I thought they would.
Is it sharp? Pointy? It looks pointy.
He holds up his glove that he doesn't have on, that has like holes in every finger.
Does that mean I can't hold your hand anymore on that side?
I don't know why you wanted to in the first place, considering my hand.
I mean, it's you, so it doesn't really matter to me.
I suppose. Maybe it's because of not being able to reach her, and he's like holding like the ring.
Speaking of her, she's with Mama and everybody else.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Who's everyone else?
The village chief and everybody from home.
Why?
Crow, can you jog my memory as to what Kylie said? I didn't write that into my notes.
She said they were getting ready for something, for a fight.
Kylie said something about getting ready for a fight and the fact that we changed her minds about the Aarakocra. That they're
Do you
not
think they're
as...
going to war?
With who?
I don't know. Who are they fighting?
Well, the planes have all kind of jumbled together. Maybe it's somebody from another plane, like another elemental plane. Oh, I hope it's not the fire elemental. From what I read in the book, it was really scary.
Yeah, no, from what I read in her books, the other elementals don't seem too friendly. I can't remember much. It's been a while since I've read them, but...
Kind of pulls out the elemental book.
Oh!
I have a lot more. She pulls out the book about genetics.
On genetics. Oh, interesting.
And then she pulls out the book
Just
about
pulling out-
evolution.
Why science?
Well, I was trying to figure out why our faces are like this. But there's a lot of big words and I don't really understand.
You can always ask me.
She
I'm a
flips
Ken.
through.
Oh.
She flips through one
no.
of the books.
Right
And
around
she
now,
flips-
as you're flipping through, finding a word, you hear Eggold's voice through the walls, just like, that's the galley. And back here is gonna be the sleeping quarters. He like opens the door and is just like, oh, both masks off. Okay.
Hello again.
Yeah, hi, new one. And he's like, all right, new one, meet other new ones. New ones, Dolus, Lotus. Mara is nesting. He points to like the bug. This all goes. They're the officers on deck alongside me and Eggold.
Oh.
Or me and
yeah.
Walk.
Ooh.
I'm Eggold.
Who are they?
They're the new crew that Twink has recruited. And he quickly goes through all of their names one by one, appropriately.
Okay.
Lotus waves at each one.
They all
Right.
kind of wave back.
And
like,
I'm
"All right."
She cuts in at the end. And I'm Hickory.
Yeah, she's also new. She's not an officer. You don't have to listen to her.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you gotta listen to me.
I don't know
Yeah.
how much you get it. Run Lotus's orders past someone else first.
What
Okay.
the
Good rule of thumb.
You can run them past me. Dolus leans into Lotus. He goes, I'll approve everything.
Oh, so you'll approve of the 3 drinks a day that I was supposed to give to Archibald?
Right. No.
No, you just said you'd approve of everything.
Not that. Everything else.
Okay.
That's the one thing I won't.
Everyone in the room just kind of mills around and gets their various seats, their various beds. They get all set up. Harmon comes down the stairs, leads in. He's like, a whole proper crew.
Hello,
Hello.
Harmon.
Hello. Who's all thems?
Who's all thems?
Which ones do you mean?
Points at the tiefling girl, and he's like, that one.
Uh-oh.
Felix.
That's not her name.
Felix.
I know this one is Hickory.
Hiccup.
Mm,
It's
No.
a good name. A good strong name.
Wait.
Harmon, where's Lorelei?
She's drinking away her troubles on the top deck.
Okay.
Oh,
She told me
kinda
to come down here and get anyone who knew how to manage a boat.
I'm
Well-
really good with navigation.
Then come along, caw. He rolls backwards up the stairs.
She'll be
Lo-
sorely disappointed with who comes up those stairs.
Did he
Lotus
have a
leans.
magic check wheelchair?
Yes. Lotus, I am going to go inform Lorelei that I cannot give her her weapons yet.
Are you going with or without the mask?
Eggled on the other side of the room goes, wait, so you're going to die?
It's either I die now or I die later.
All right.
Would you like to die with me, Hickory?
She's digging through her bag for something and pulls it out. Then goes, I don't think I want to die today. But
Then
I have
stay
to
on
go
your
up
bed.
anyway.
Okay.
Yes, Twink.
Am I there yet?
Yeah, you'd come down around now after all of them.
All right. When I walk in, I go, all right, everyone out.
Everyone who's just getting all their shit in the right place. They're just like, what?
Up
All
top.
right. And they all
Everyone.
everybody files out.
You stay.
Okay.
Are we putting our mask back on?
You can if you'd like.
Okay. She doesn't put it back on.
You want to show Lotus's face to everyone now that everyone sees?
Okay. So, okay. So similar to that of Dolus, she also has a human face. She, on her cheeks, similar to that of Dolus, which Kay didn't mention, is feathers. So the feathers on the ears also feather out to her cheeks. Her eyes are yellow, and Dolus's are orange. Let me find the art. I don't know where I put it. I have a lot of
While you do
photos.
that, I'm kind of ushering everyone out that needs to go out.
So everyone goes
so
out.
It's just Twink, Lotus, Dolus, and Mara still in the room.
Okay. Bye-bye, Hickory. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Mara.
everyone. Eggold is at the doorway. He's like, is this a quintet situation or?
You could stick around if you want, but they're you should probably direct the others.
I'm gonna go play bouncer. All right. And he goes up.
And there are the two.
All right.
I can post all my art of them now. Woo!
Same.
All right.
Mara,
I'm not answering.
Mara, come down here. We need to talk.
He's awake. He burned a piece of paper earlier. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, he pricked me.
Mara, if I have to come up there. Gonna climb up on the bed, and I'm gonna shove my hand through those vines.
They're gonna whip you.
I don't give a fuck.
They fail to whip you. You get your hand in there. Mario, you're laying there, and all of a sudden, Twig's small hand just grabs onto your arm.
But it's
What
not.
the
It's
fuck?
not. It's not as tight as you think it is. It's just like a grab.
Look at hey,
Come
buddy.
on, we need to talk.
Whatever. Ugh.
Ugh, angsty teenagers.
Twink like
Do you-
hops down.
Do you come out?
Yeah.
He kind of sits down, like in the floor.
Here? What? Where?
Just sitting on the middle
I
of the
just
floor.
plot down in the middle of the
Oh.
floor, and I just stop for a second, and I. Today's a reminder of our mortality. Over the past few weeks, I mean, we've done crazy fucking things. We fought a bone dragon, sunk a temple. Mara, you were literally stoned a week ago. Dolus, you killed yourself.
Yes.
I started a fucking country,
Yes.
but we can't let that get to us. We need to approach everything like it's bigger than us. We can't forget that.
What do
You're
you
right.
plan on doing with Twankania and all that stuff?
What do you mean?
Do you plan on going through with everything?
I kind of have to now, don't I?
Where are we going? Where are we going now from here?
We're gonna go back to Twinktania for just a stop, and then we'll travel to the Westwood. Illis has promised me we'll be allowed to the ceremony.
That's good.
No, I wanted to iterate that though. I feel like we forget that sometimes, just how fragile we truly are.
Socrates, he was around the same stage in his life as I am right now, and he lived for maybe I don't know how many times more than my lifetime, and he had so much more ahead of him.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Unfortunately, it would have happened at some point. But I think as long as we all agree, keep the mindsets that things are bigger than us and we can't pretend like they're not, I think we can keep each other safe.
Right.
All right. And kind of puts his hand down, stands back up, and goes, I don't know how to fucking run a ship, so.
Me too.
Me either. Me either.
Me either. She
Are
just
the
kind of rolls
masks
her
like
eyes.
are those gonna be like a never again thing, or like
I wouldn't say never again, just not right now. Oh, that reminds me. Dolores reaches back behind him, fronds his bed, and like takes the mask, and he holds it out to Twink. He's like, "You can identify this as long as you'd like now."
All right,
Not.
yes, I will definitely do that. Cryo, I will be spending probably an hour every night going over the details of that mask and trying to learn some stuff. So just
Yay.
add that into my nightly routine.
As he just like gives it back to you, you notice that on the inside of the mask, different to when you last got it, there are a lot of scratches on the inside, like almost like tally marks.
Is your powwow complete?
Yes. Meeting adjourned.
Yep. Mara, are you going to retreat to your edge cave?
Yeah, I think I wanted to mostly say, while like some of that was going on, that been through this before. It never gets any easier.
Are you going to be all right?
I'll try.
Lotus gives Mara a hug.
Oh. Lotus goes and gives Mara a hug.
I'll pat her head.
Aww.
I want you to know that we're here for you. We're here for each other.
Appreciate that. I don't mean to be alone all the time. It's just that, drifting place to place, get used to it. It's like a comfort for me now.
Would you like some bread?
Sure.
Dolus.
Are you going to
open
make bread
hand.
for everybody?
Sure, I'll make good bread for everyone.
Everyone gets a loaf of bread.
I
this ought
can
to-
finally eat this without the mask.
this ought to sober me up.
You ever heard of toast?
What's toast?
No.
You see your let me hold on. Give me your bread.
Oh, shit.
Dolus gives him a new thing of bread.
It's canon now.
All right,
He
so
created toast.
I'm gonna thorn whip to hold them up. each,
Yeah. Just pin them up with
Produce flame underneath until they're like cooked.
You're just gonna make toast.
The bread
Yep.
is already baked. What
Hang
are
on,
you
I'm
doing?
just gonna. You successfully make toast without burning the bread.
Is it undercooked?
No. Try it. I'll give it to them.
Dolus kind of bites into it. He's just
It's so crunchy.
drier. He put it's lower, descends water into his mouth. It's definitely different.
It's crunchy. I like the crunch. And then Lotus will spend the next 2 minutes crunching into the toast.
Not actually eating it, just crunching it.
Just
It goes better with stuff on it, but not
Like-
bad.
Butter?
Yeah. Actually.
I miss butter.
Dolus is gonna make some butter that tastes like bread on his
Yeah.
piece of toast.
You make butter and you put butter on your half-eaten toast, and Lotus's half-eaten toast really quickly.
It's like
Lotus,
bread on bread.
Bite into that
Oh,
and experience extreme disappointment.
do I have any berries left?
No, they have all
Probably
withered
not.
away to dust.
Yeah.
a plume.
Listen, I can make bread, not miracles.
I mean,
Wait,
you
is
consider one of those to be a miracle.
wait, is Plume with you guys?
Dolus kind of ruffles his hood.
You immediately hear,
He'll wake up Plume.
climbs out. The hell?
You want some
Kinda
bread?
points.
Darts out and grabs the bread and starts.
Yeah.
Crunch.
is crunchy.
What's on it? Why is it slimy but still tastes like bread?
It's butter.
Butter
It's
pop.
not butter. Throws
It
it
is.
down on the floor.
Oh, I want to catch it.
You can have some of mine.
Just dives over and takes it.
What do we do about the new one?
New one.
The one that was under your bed. You didn't see her. Her name is Hickory.
Oh.
Like the tree.
He mumbled a little bit. Seemed very soft spoken.
Maybe
have
that
no
was
pity.
because you were up in your bed behind your curtains.
Listen,
In that situation, everyone is soft spoken.
you're not wrong.
Alright. The meeting is broken.
Meeting is adjourned. Dolus is
Dolus,
kinda-
are you gonna
gets
head
up.
out for Lorelei?
Yeah, he's like, well, I should go tell Lorelei she can't get her weapons yet now.
I will follow.
Oh,
Okay.
yikes. You better be careful.
I will be on my guard.
Oh, no, she's drunk, so, like, you better be careful.
I will be on my highest guard.
I will protect him.
She
I'm
will
passing
protect
out.
me.
I
Okay.
feel like shit.
Okay. Good night, Mara.
Night.
Mara climbs back into his vine nest.
It's like a cocoon.
Yeah.
He's
Dolus,
gonna come out a butterfly.
You go up on the top deck, and Lorelei's instructing people. Hickory, you've taken up post near to the helm, but Lorelei's basically just told you to wait, and you've watched as she and Eggold have directed everyone. The moment Dolus and Lotus come up, she goes, "Hey, it's the birds. What are your faces? Oh my god!
That's mean.
No, I'm sorry. No, you're beautiful. You're so great. I'm sorry. I'm just a little shocked. Where are your beaks?
We've never had beaks.
Okay. This is a realization that I wasn't prepared for after the events of today.
Yeah, sorry. Another realization that has been made today, that you're probably not ready for.
I will stand slightly in front of Dolus, so just in case she throws anything, I can catch it.
I can't access my ring right now. So I can't access your weapons yet. And I don't know when I will.
Hickory, you watch as the hands that she was kind of lightly holding onto the wheel with just go. You can't what?
I can't
Miss Lorelei?
get to them right now.
When will there be a resolution to this disconnect?
I don't know. Hopefully
Probably when-
soon.
Probably when Kylie has access to us again.
Yes, definitely then.
Lotus, can you take 4 steps to your left?
No, she cannot. Dolus like puts his hand on her shoulder, kind of steps behind her a
She
little
starts,
bit.
she starts furiously shaking her head.
You have a good day, Lorelei. And then Dolus starts walking backwards.
Well,
Oh god.
if you want to
Or-
throw anything, I can catch it.
Or don't. Or you could not. You could throw nothing.
I don't have anything to throw! Except
don't-
for this knife! And she holds up the knife that Lotus gave back to her. And I would like to keep the last knife I have. What? She turns to Hickory.
As soon as she turns, Dolus turns around and starts going downstairs.
So I don't navigate normal. And I was also giving him a chance to run.
She turns, and Lotus is gone. She goes,
No, Lotus is still there.
she turns, and Dolus is gone. Lotus is thumbs upping, and she goes,
I'm still up for the offer. I haven't caught anything in a while, but
she just casually throws the knife at you.
catch it.
You catch it. She didn't throw it very hard. She just like pinwheeled it and turns to Hickory and just, what with your navigation?
So I have this. And she holds up what looks like just an astrolabe. Just a little thing that...
Yeah, a lot of navigators have that.
Well, see, it works a little different, and she kind of pokes at different parts of it, and they light up, and then all the dials start turning on it. And Cryo, what happens?
All of the dials start turning on it, and then they all rotate, and then all of a sudden one of them just clink. What the fuck?
Well, I put in some information, and then it just tells us which way to go. Also the exact time of day and date and a couple other things.
Where the fuck are you from again?
Ice Home.
Do you know how to make a shower?
No, but I've seen people do it. My mom used to.
You and Twink are gonna get together first thing in the morning and do a great favor for me. But for now, and she turns out and she's like, all right, everyone, getting the fuck out of Tiak.
Do you want your
Egg.
knife back?
Yes. She reaches
Okay.
down, she takes it.
Oh,
Nagel blows the bosun's whistle. Harmon rolls on by and he's like, here we go again. Ha ha! But number 7.
I think he might be right this time. Wait.
And the Vanwa Ladrin takes off out of Tiak. And that's where we're gonna end our session today.
That was a lot at the beginning. That was a lot.
That was
To
a
just-
lot the entire time.
It was
I
a
could-
lot to just
I can
sit
feel
there
your energy.
and to
I can
be
really feel it.
yeah, to
Mhm.
say nothing the entire time. That was hard.
You know how the viewers feel.
Yeah. Except they can comment. I just had to sit there and listen. But it was beautiful, in all honesty. The entire Yubua thing, like, oh, the
Comment
Twink
toast if you were
speech about
sad.
mortality.
The toast.
Toast is
The
great.
toast.
Toes.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry if this was very sad. If we made you sad and made you cry,
Good.
you felt you felt feelings. You're alive. Good job.
Yep. And we introduced a new character.
And we now
Sort
have
of.
Hickory and whatever she's doing. And we have a whole other slew of characters that names I hadn't come up with. Yeah! I'm so
I have
excited.
He
all of
knew!
them
He
written
knew!
I have all of them written down too. I took good notes. I'm so excited for next week. I hope you are too, and we will see you Monday.
Bye.
Bye.